Hey Raiders, welcome back to another Barnacorn live arena video. Short video today. This one will be only 5 fights, 5 wins. A lot of Goffred use today, so let's get started. First fight, they pick Wukong, so I don't get my Wukong. They also get Rhodos and Ultimate Death Knight. So to counter Rhodos and Wukong, if they only pick one Reviver, Rhonda's really good at that. Just gotta pick which one. Also, Goffred is really great at both of those two. I'll ban the Arbiter here. It's probably a fast cardio, so he'll probably get a hit in. I try to go with a Nithway when I can, when he's appropriate. He's good against Rhodos, he's good against Wukong, he's particularly good against Wukong. But against Rhodos, if Rhodos doesn't have too big of a shield, he can hit through Ultimate Death Knight. And Rhodos gets sheeped. You don't see Rhodos putting down the decreased defense very often, but he got sheeped there for it. So I may lose my Warlord, but I was able to take out, and also somehow, and Nithway got sheep, so he must have put up a, I forget which buff that is that he does, but it's that one that heals. And he's gone, so Nithway's out. So I just got to re-kill Rhodos and should be good to go. Got him stunned. And Rhonda should be able to take it out in just a second. There we go. And it's done. Let's see if he leaves the battle. And he does. 1-0. On to the next one. I personally like it when they ban my Reviver. I have probably a better winning percentage when they do, because that allows me to have my Warlord in. And occasionally it doesn't work. But I'd say I probably win about 3 out of 4 when they ban my Sifi. So it looks like a speed team. We'll see if it's going to be speed bombs or just straight up speed. In this kind of team composition, I actually want them to get Warlord. I'd rather they don't do a buff stripper, so if they go Arbiter Lysandra first, and see they went Ramon to a buff stripper, I left it open for them to get Warlord, and this time I decided not to go with Warlord. I'm looking at ban the Ramon 2, and they got Baron 2, so that one's kind of a toss-up, but I've got Goffred in there. See how this one goes. I don't often fight without choosing Warlord because he's such a good ban target, but this time I needed to put Goffred in there. That strategy paid off pretty well. So they banned my Monkey King, and he goes for the kill. A lot of people just don't know what Goffred does. And so if you go for the kill right off the bat, you get stunned if you don't have blocked buffs up. And there we go. Goffred and Errol just overpowered that speed team. 2-0. On to the next one. Johnny Blade. See who they get first. And they go Pythion. So when they pick Pythion first, you don't see a lot of people using Pythion because you have Duchess or you have Sifi. So they might go first, but he picked Pythion first, so that kind of leads me to believe he doesn't have that big a catalog, but then he does have Kymar and Taurus. So I go with my main DPS Taurus counter, which is Ragash. And right now I'm looking at banning the Kymar, but we'll see. And he's got a Yumiko, so I have to ban the Yumiko. I don't see, this may actually be the first time I've fought Soulless in Live Arena, and I've often thought if I had Soulless, I would be using him. In this age of sheep nerfing, sheep is not ineffective, but it is, I think, well balanced because it makes you think twice, but you can use debuffs. So let's get started in this fight. He should be buff stripping me pretty quickly. I don't know why I decided to buff up there. I probably shouldn't have. I probably should have waited. And he buff stripped, slept a couple of them. Wukong gets a little revenge. Put the protection. Actually, yeah. Try and get Soulless. I wanted to get him dead, but I couldn't quite do it. It's a really slow Stone Skin Taurus. He drops the hammer and doesn't have much hammer. Go for the big hit, take out the other three, and now it's just a matter of getting Taurus. I'm not sure what he was trying to do with Taurus there because he's really slow, so he's got to have damage built in. But he didn't have a lot of buffs. Taurus almost takes out my Siphi, but doesn't quite do it. Finish him off here. Another good win for me. So moving on to the next battle. We got a platinum finisher, so this guy will be a challenge. I'll go Siphi first, as I often do. And he goes Warlord. So I can't pick Warlord, and he goes Rotos. That is a +4 Rotos. Beware the +4 Rotos. So this is a speed, high damage team. I gotta be looking at banning the Warlord. Throw in Goffred. I don't have my ally attack, but I have to ban the Warlord. Uko's gonna be a pain. Hopefully I can get some play in with Nithway. And I had an issue here, as you see the screen flicker, where sometimes when I screenshot right after I press the button to ban their champion, it jams my interface and then doesn't allow me to pick a leader. It doesn't allow me to do anything. It all just times out. It's like the second or third time that's happened. And it's only on this device, so it could be an Android issue. Alright, goes for the quick kill on Nithway. Didn't know what would happen there. And Leorius almost took us out, but then Nithway blocks revive on Rotos. So if we can just get him, wow, that Leorius is a beast. If he gets a hit on my Siphi, I'm done. Alright, if I can just come back around. Oh, he left the battle. He could have revived, but he was probably concerned I was going to use the AoE attack with the Nithway and just finish it anyway. I did have decrease attack. He should have played that out just to see if I had the damage. But that's a good win. That one, there was a little bit of luck involved there. I could have easily lost that. So on to the next one, and he picks Wukong first as well. Arbiter and Lady Kimmy. Lady Kimmy usually isn't built with that much accuracy, but she often has enough to, say, steal the stone skin off my Errol. I'm preparing for bombs here, because Lady Kimmy often means bombs. If you use Lady Kimmy without bombs, not really sure what you're doing. So we'll see. Does he add bombs here, or does he not? I don't have a lot of protection against bombs in this team, because I wasn't prepared for it initially. Siphi Warlord only goes so far, especially when they go first and I don't get a turn, because Siphi won't get a chance to put up block debuffs. Warlord won't get a chance to put them on cooldown, so they go with the Basher. I've lost to a Basher. I don't particularly respect the Basher, but I'm going to go ahead and ban the Basher here. Go for a good counter to most of them except Lady Kimmy using Ragash. So I got Ragash and Errol. So the fight gets started. Let's see if they sheep somebody, if they block buffs. And wow, big hit. And all that's left is Errol. And his stone skin's gone. What's going to happen here? He's got to turn. Has to hit the Stultus, take away the increased defense. Stripped it all. And the double hit. And he's got him. That was amazing. That is Errol Stone Skin at work. I had to kill the Stultus first. And I had to strip the increased defense. Because if I didn't strip his increased defense, he wouldn't have died from my double hit. He would have come back and killed me. In any case, hope you enjoyed the video, and take care.